Okay, hello everyone. Good to see you still around at this a bit later hour today. My name is Stefan. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at Aisot Technologies. And instead of showing you slides, I thought we go directly to the platform. This is the client-facing platform, the actual one. It's not a demo. This is based on real numbers, right? What are we about? Yeah, this starts like amazing. Let me connect. Okay. What is this platform about? This platform is about the latest AI models for investment optimization. So we work with family offices, with funds, with banks that don't have their actual capacity to run machine learning or AI teams on a world-class level. It's a game that you need to be at the forefront of, otherwise all the models and the things that you produce in the investment space, they're not really going to bring you any extra returns or save you much time. So you need to work with state-of-the-art or even next-generation tools here. What I wanted to show you is what you would do if you're like a fund or a family office. You would come to our platform and you would first start to put in your investment universe. Is that large enough? Do you see that anywhere? Also in the back? Okay, otherwise we'll just make it a bit larger here anyways. So what I did today is kind of to create a multi-asset portfolio or universe for you. It has a bit of everything, right? From US stocks over gold ETFs, corporate bonds, Swiss stocks, even some Bitcoin, Solana or Cardano that it could go to. You then go and you set up your project. You can say, okay, I want to create now a backtest that is already applying these machine learning models in here. So we can give that a name. We can say this is the FINANZ'25 model multi-asset. You can choose your benchmark. You can define them yourselves on the platform, or you can just choose something like the S&P 500, right? Then who is for a strategy that minimizes risk? Who is for outperformance? Who is for both? Well, yeah, here. So both. Low risk, high outperformance. Okay, what's low risk as compared to the S&P? Maybe something around 15% annualized volatility. We then select the universe that I just showed you, which is this Finanz multi-asset. We can give it some turnover restriction. We don't care, I would say, right? You can turn over 100% per rebalancing. We can give it a cash allocation. So maybe something like we would allow it to go to 20% cash maximum. And then we can do pre-weights. Let's say no title should be able to get more than 25%, but you can do that for each individual asset here. So if you're an asset manager, if you have your own conviction, you can steer it here through the actual instrument selection. You can, for example, say Bitcoin should be between 11 and 20%. Or anything like that. You can also then break it down to currency, sectors, or asset types. Right? You could, for example, say, oh, on the cryptocurrency side, I do not want more than 7% in crypto. For the whole exposure to the ETFs, gold, bonds, etc., we would maybe take this classic 40% max. And then you continue. You can put in some trading fees. And the rebalancing frequency. For example, the first of each month, 10 a.m., we want to rebalance that. We're in Switzerland, Europe, Zurich. Now, the interesting part comes down here. Now here you can now select the different AI models that we were developing that you want to employ for this optimization process of your portfolio. As we have some crypto in there, I would probably suggest to have a crypto model. We have some US equities, so I would take some arbitrage pricing theory factor model with LLM-based sentiments. And we also had some Swiss equities, so let's also have a Swiss model in there. Then we have the chance here to steer some pro tools around force diversification, around how much you value the views from the machine learning models as compared to the actual quant optimization, look back windows, etc. We can just leave that open. We need a name for that. We said multi-asset outperform low risk, and we let that run. So what now happens is that there is an out-of-sample backtest which goes to the 1st of January 2021 here, puts together the first portfolio based on the data that was available until that point in time, as well as the actual model that was in place, selects the titles and the weights, then goes 1 month further, and so on and so on. Once all the models or all the portfolios have been built, there is a backtest running on top, as well as the statistics. So you see now the green line is our portfolio that we just created together, as compared to the S&P 500. So we would have had an annual return of 28% as compared to 10% with the S&P, at the volatility of only 13% as compared to 16.4. So we actually achieved both outperformance at lower volatility, lower drawdown, and we would have a Sharpe of almost 2, which is pretty amazing. Now what you can do is you can look at the historical allocation that the model did. You would nicely see here as well that around 3rd of January 2022 it started to go more into cash, would then only start around February 23 to get a bit out of cash, and then more dynamically allocate here the cash component. We'd also have the latest holdings. This is the allocation as of the last rebalancing here. That would have been yesterday, and you would see it's a bit mostly risk off. There is a maximum allocation to Givaudan, a Swiss stock, Zuckerkantonalbank is high, then corporate bonds, as well as gold and US dollar. So a bit more defensive stance that the portfolio or the machine would have taken. But you can also run then a rebalancing on that. You can say, I want to know right now what the machine would allocate. So we can say FINANZ'25 rebalancing. You select your investment strategy. You select your portfolio. This is just a cash portfolio here. You put some AUM and you request that. You then say, I want to rebalance. You start here with a pure US dollar-based cash portfolio, and you want to know now, as of now, how would the machine allocate? That's obviously no financial advice, but you're all qualified investors, so you can deal with that. This is the allocation as of right now. So not very different from yesterday, most probably, yes. You would see highest allocation to Zuckerkantonalbank, a very stable, high dividend stock, US dollar at the maximum that we would allow, 20%, Givaudan, gold. Then again, this is corporate bonds and the silver. Oh no, XLV, not even sure. That's most probably the healthcare ETP. You also get an explanation why this is the case. 23% of the model decision was driven by volatility measures, and a large part by the healthcare industry factor, so meaning that in the healthcare stocks would have in principle been over allocated to statistical factors, as well as to some short-term momentum views. So you get a view of why did the portfolio or the machine allocate as what you see. You get the rebalancing, you get the back tests, you get a view of the actual model outputs here, all in one platform. This is what we provide at Aisot Technologies. You'll find our booth back there, and with that I would close this session. I hope that was interesting. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. My name is Berangere Lion. I work for ICE Data Services. So as a transition, I would say that we provide any type of data that were in the model of the person who presented before his portfolio management system. But ICE is kind of a big group, and it's very important to highlight the three pillars. We have an exchange pillar. So basically, we are owning 13 exchange venues. We are actually the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, but we also own commodities exchange venue. We own the Life. We own the Singapore Exchange. So we have 13 exchange venue and 7 clearing house. We basically clear everything that is exchanged on our venues. The second part is ICE Data Services, which I belong to. In ICE Data Services, we are completely agnostic of the data. We provide data on any market, financial data. We provide solutions around this financial data on any market, listed or unlisted. So basically, we produce our own derivatives market data. In example, we have our own indices. We have a series of 6,000 fixed income indices. We have also commodities market data. So we basically are completely agnostic of the market data we provide. The third pillar is mortgage technology, which is also part of ICE Group. Mortgage technology, it's a new technology that has been developed recently in the US market. Basically, it electronifies and fluidifies the mortgage market and the mortgage transaction in the United States. So these are the three pillars of ICE. So how do we differentiate ourselves? We differentiate ourselves because we can offer to our clients a lot of different types of data. We have pricing data, so basically we have price on any listed market options or listed asset, but we also have prices on the bonds market, on the fixed income, that is more an OTC market. We have reference data. Reference data means all the business entity solutions, means all the corporate actions, everything you need to identify securities. We have the analytics, we have the indices, so I talked about it earlier. We have about 6,000 indices on fixed income, but we also have a suite of equity indices. And we also have all the climate data and the risk analytics around the climate. The way we deliver it we can deliver it through the feed, so through real-time feed. We can also deliver it through desktop. We also deliver it through API. So we have all the technology to deliver it the most efficient way for you to use and leverage on our data. Finally, we differentiate ourselves with the quality of our data. Basically, we are used by most of the private bank, but also public entities. We are used by large asset manager, fund administrator for evaluation and for risk management of their portfolio. We have a deep market expertise. We have analysts in any type of asset. In example, for evaluated price on bonds, we have a team of 200 credit analysts who will constantly monitor a universe of about 3 million of securities and provide you with the valuation of these securities. We can also tailor solution for our clients, meaning that we have, of course, all of the shelf solutions, but if clients come to us with some specific demands, we are very happy to help you to get the solution that match exactly your need and your expectation. Our booth is just here, just in front of the screen, basically. We would be happy to show you what we have in indices, in derivatives market data, in fixed income analytics, in evaluated price. So please come and visit us. We'll be happy to show you what we have. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to present today.
So, schönen Abend, der letzte Vortrag für heute, glaube ich. Es geht um Gold. Gold als sichere Anlage und Gold als Investment. Unsere Firma Uniox beschäftigt sich mit physischem Gold. Unsere Kunden kriegen physisches Gold nach Hause geliefert mit einem fixen Ertrag. Das Besondere, wenn die Krise kommt, ist man vorbereitet und der Kunde kriegt von uns sein physisches Gold nach Hause geliefert. In 1 Gramm, damit kann er dann in der Zukunft zahlen, als Zahlungsmittel in der Krise. Wir liefern nicht nur das Gold, sondern wir liefern auch fixe Erträge und Profite. Ab einem Investmentbetrag von 2.000 Euro oder Dollar oder Schweizer Franken kriegt der Kunde einen Vertrag, einen Kaufvertrag, wo er Gold kauft und das zu einer Fixrendite. Nach Hause geliefert, monatlich, immer zum Tageskurs, wie auch immer sich der Tageskurs entwickelt. Geliefert wird versichert natürlich, der Kunde kriegt sein Gold, egal was passiert, zum Tageskurs und Fixrendite und mit einem schönen Profit. Und natürlich nach einem Jahr ist das Gold steuerfrei, beziehungsweise kann es steuerfrei verkaufen und hat natürlich da auch einen Mehrgewinn. Grundsätzlich ist das Gold mehrwertsteuerbefreit, Einfuhrumsatzsteuerbefreit und hat auch keinen Zoll. Wir garantieren, und mit Gold, und physisches Gold war schon immer eine Krisenwährung und wird wieder eine Krisenwährung sein. Und wenn Sie Interesse haben, können wir Sie gerne beraten, was Gold betrifft, Investment und die Möglichkeiten. Danke, schönen Abend.